Okay, right. This is a weird bit of a video we're going to try and record, and hopefully it all works out. I've got a massive big kind of spaghetti junction of cables and cameras everywhere. And I've got Lewis in the background.
Hello.
And we're going to do a little bit of a reaction to the Board Game Geek Awards 2019.
That's exciting.
So
I was just doing a massive yawn then. Sorry about
that. I know what the awards are.
I don't.
Because they were I watched a video this morning of Mike from Who Dare Rolls, good friend of mine, and he done a kind of reaction to the winners of this year or last year's Board Game Awards, and it was quite funny. And I think we think the same, me and Mike. So I asked Lewis whether he knew anything about even the nominees.
No.
And you don't even know who's been nominated this year, do you?
No, I can't. I mean, maybe when you say something, it might ring a bell, but I can't. I could not name any off the top of my head.
So
probably just standard Gloomhaven / Gloomhaven expansions somehow shoehorned into the wrong years.
So yeah, I thought it'd be funny just to get his reaction on some of these winners this year and see how he reacts to who won what. And
I think you're setting me up.
I'm hoping it's going to work out, and this is going to be quite a good video. If not, it's just going to be another waste of a Wednesday evening like the last two Wednesdays have been.
At least this one might actually record.
Something to that lines. So there's several categories. I think there's about 10 categories. Some of them we're just going to fly by because they wouldn't really mean anything to us. So like the first one, let's get straight to the first one. And I've just brought this in. That's the wrong one. I can't see it.
Best board game app.
Where is it?
No?
I can't see. It's because you balls me up. Should be.
I haven't balls it. I can't touch it.
Oh, that's wrong anyway. So it should be War Game. I don't know why it says Board Game
War
app,
Game.
but it should be War Game. See, we're already having fluff ups with this and
technical difficulty. Well, you haven't told them we spent the last 45 minutes with you faffing around with it.
I'm always faffing. It's like a pastime for me. So yeah, we're going to do winners of.
So best war game.
War games.
I couldn't even name you games that came out in.
Going to be the likes of, if I can get to it. So they're mainly like Command and Colours, Medieval, Stalingrad 42, Tank Duel, Enemy of the Crosshairs, U-Boat the board game.
Undaunted,
I've heard a lot about that. Normandy, War Room, Blitz, World War II in 20 minutes.
Wow.
Okay, so that's many of the.
I think was this one year? Was this one or at least nominated Vikings 1664, whatever it is? 878 Vikings.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. I really can't remember. So the winner of that is Undaunted Medieval, Undaunted Normandy, and the runners.
Oh, the whole Undaunted series has got a lot of very good press recently, hasn't it? Yeah. I think Shut Up and Sit Down did a video on it. It looked quite interesting. Mm-hmm. Like it's one of those more accessible war games, and I think that's probably why it won. Probably similar to 878 Vikings, I would suspect. I don't know. There's a video definitely on Undaunted. I don't know if it was Undaunted Normandy. It's a 2-player game, and I can't remember much more about it, but I think Shut Up and Sit Down got a good video on it if people are interested in finding out more about that.
So there's Undaunted.
Oh, look at that.
See?
Look at you, you're going up in the world, Joel. When did you get...
It's taken a few kicks.
Yeah, this lockdown has taken a lot of time.
Anyone would think I have loads of time on my hand. I really don't. I am flat out working, trying to teach kids plumbing over the internet, which is Not the best of things to be trying to do. Anyway, that's enough
Quite a
of...
practical subject, isn't it? It's quite hard to teach.
Yeah. So, yes. So that's the best war game thing. There should have been a proper slide banner thing, but apparently I just got it all wrong.
Oh, you spent all day making this as well.
I did.
Oh, you're like that kid at school whose PowerPoint won't work.
That's always...
Or they left their USB in their bag and their bag got wet.
Let's see if I can... I know I've done one.
Oh, there's war game. Hey!
I transfer it over. There, found it. Best war game banner. Told you I'd done one.
It's very professional.
It is very professional. Right, so we go. So we've done war game. We got that one over. I've not played any of these games on this list, so it was one of those that it's like, let's just get this one out of the way with. I mean, runners up was U-Boat, the board game, and Blitz World War II in 20 minutes.
And I've not heard of Blitz World War II in...
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Sounds like
it sounds
like a
ambitious. A lot to cover in 20 minutes.
Yeah, anyway, so I thought we'd get that one over with. Let's go to...
Yeah.
You're having a draft. Do you know what? It's copying over everything. That's why it's being alright. Excuse me a minute.
I think this reaction video would be better if it was just you getting angry about all the work you put in to make it.
No, where's all my stuff gone? There it is. Okay, I got to find... No, don't want that one.
Oh wait, there's an artwork one. I just saw there's an artwork one.
Yeah.
Which basically means that anything Ian O'Toole did, apparently, as far as I can tell at the moment. Everyone just absolutely loves Ian O'Toole. Game of the year. We're going straight to Game of the year. You're going hard.
Oh, that's right. Shall we do that? Straight to Game of the year?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I get the impression this is the one that you want me to get angry the most at. So.
Well, I don't know. Okay, so nominees that were on here are things like Barrage, Clank Legacy, Acquisitions Incorporated, The Crew, Isle of Cats, It's a Wonderful World.
Slow down. Isle of Cats. Oh, weird. It's a Wonderful World. Okay, yeah.
Maracaibo. Marvel's Champions, the card game. Paddlings of the West Kingdom. Res Arcana, Tapestry, Tiny Towns, Wingspan.
Yeah.
So what's your guess on...
One by Wingspan or by Clank Legacy? Wingspan, probably.
It's going to give it away now.
It's Wingspan or Clank Legacy. Both very good games.
Oh my goodness. So the winner is...
Yeah,
Wingspan.
Yeah. I think that's not a bad shout, is it? I think it's a cracking game. I've only played it once.
No, I did vote on this, and I just knew Wingspan was going to win it.
Yeah, everyone loves it.
It's not my favourite.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it when I played it. It was a good game, really good game. It's definitely up there, but. I mean, not sure I quite rave about it the same level as everyone else, but I mean, I definitely really enjoyed playing the game. I mean, again, my view on it's slightly tainted because I won, and if I win, I instantly like games more than if I lose. So it's hard to know. But
it was also the game you upset people, or upset one person.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure. That's my fault entirely. But
why did it change to that? Oh.
Two-player game, best two-player game.
Yeah, apparently. This is really not working out for me.
Two-player games have come out. I think Wingspan's more than a two-player game.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. So, two-player.
Yeah.
We got things like King Domino Duel. I can't even say half of these.
King Domino Duel. I played King Domino Duel. Which one?
Mandela.
Mandela. Okay, yeah.
Blitz World War II in 20 minutes came up again.
Oh, it's there again. Yeah.
Skulk Hollow.
Skulk Hollow. I've got that.
Undaunted, Normandy, and Watergate.
So Undaunted Normandy wins it again. We're raving about that. Yeah.
Watergate wins.
Watergate.
Ah.
Have I heard about this? I don't think I know enough about that game. I've not played it.
Apparently it's meant to be a really good two-player game.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it the one that's like Twilight Struggle?
Yes, I think
Light.
so. I mean, there was one done previously like that, but it's got a kind of similar kind of mechanic thing going on like that, so it's very similar in that aspect.
That's been a very popular game for a long time, Twilight Struggle, so if they're taking bits from that, I can see why it would do well.
Yeah, apparently it's pretty good.
Oh, but Ian O'Toole. Just something with Ian O'Toole.
Just going to say, something by Ian O'Toole. Yeah.
Something by Ian O'Toole.
Okay, so...
What came out last year? What are the options? Go on then.
Eon's End Legacy, The Crew, Imperial Settlers, Empire So North, It's a Wonderful World. Am I reading the right one? Hold on a minute. Yeah, no, wrong one.
I was going to say.
Wrong one. Okay, Atlantis Rising, Escape Plan, The Isle of Cats, Paddlings of the West Kingdom.
Paddlings of the West Kingdom, yeah.
Parks,
Pax
Panmora.
Oh, Pax Pamir.
Pamir, okay, second
Maybe
edition.
it's not that, because that's ugly as far as I'm concerned.
Suburbia, Collector's Edition.
Okay, I've not seen the Collector's Edition artwork.
Tainted Grail.
Right.
Do you remember that on Kickstarter? No?
No.
Tapestry and Wingspan.
Wingspan wins it. Everyone loves the cards in Wingspan. People bang on about it. Oh, the birds are so pretty. It's Wingspan. There it is. There it goes. Wingspan apparently is the new Gloomhaven. Wingspan is the new Gloomhaven. It's just what everything is.
As my friend Mike put it this morning, he goes, "It's fucking budgies. It's budgies on cards."
Fucking budgies.
It's like it is. It's just artwork you find in like a educational book about birds.
Yeah, I don't quite understand the appeal either.
I mean, the front cover looks beautiful. I mean, that's quite a pretty sight.
Yeah,
and don't
that's
get
one
me
of
wrong.
the cards. That's one of the artworks on the cards.
But even the artist they use is one of these people that draws animals for educational textbooks.
There you go.
So
it's fine. I don't think it's the most beautiful thing in the world. It's not the most stunning game.
I don't think there's ever. I mean, Atlantis Rising.
If you had Sam on here, he'd be raving about it.
Yeah.
He loves it. He can't get enough of it. He loves everything about the game, from the artwork, he just loves that game. Not been sucked into the appeal myself. I mean, I enjoyed the game.
There's no help in some
more than enjoyed it. It's a very, very good game, but yeah, it's okay. Go on. What's next? Best card game. It's Wingspan, isn't it? It's Wingspan. Is it Wingspan? It's not fucking Wingspan, is it? What are the options?
It is
fucking Wingspan. Oh my god. Jesus. Is it really
It's Wingspan.
Is it really a card game?
Well, it's got lots of cards, hasn't it?
There are lots of cards in it.
The main thing is
you put them on a board, and yeah, I guess it's a card game.
It's a card game.
All right. Oh, God.
Against. I mean, going back to artwork, the runners-up was Parks and Tapestry, and now I've seen Parks, and Parks does look beautiful. It's really a captivating. I was watching Christoph and Meeples Day, Gaming Day, and they were playing it, and it's a beautiful layout board. So, yeah, I mean, that caught my eye.
Tapestry's got its own like individual models of buildings.
That's it. And the artwork's actually not bad. I mean, it's all
but
creatively done.
It's artwork presentation as well, isn't it? It's like the whole thing. Like, so if you've got genuine sculpts, you'd think that would get you something.
Yeah. Well, anyway, back to card game.
It's not Wingspan though, mate, so that's the problem.
Well, this is it. Back to card games. I mean, runners-up was The Crew, and Marvel Champions the card game.
Oh yeah, you like that, don't you?
Do you know what? I've got it, and I've played it a few times solo, and it is quite thematic in its sense of, like, you're playing as a character trying to defeat the boss. It's just a lot to it.
Yeah. I'm amazed that didn't win, because a lot of people would have raved about it.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of things. Eon's End Legacy, Imperial Setters, Empires of the North. Everyone's banging on about that game. It was the best thing. I got it, and it's all right. It's like,
I don't think I've even played Imperial Settlers.
haven't you not? Maybe not. But this trumps Imperial Settlers, the Empires of the North version. It is a lot better in that kind of sense. I mean, It's a Wonderful World. That's quite nice. That's very good.
Good game.
Good game.
Good artwork.
Might be a bit racist. But...
Racist artwork, but other than that.
Yeah, that's why it wasn't nominated for artwork presentation.
Yeah.
Hey, but Wingspans just all birds. That's kind of a bit gender specific, isn't it? Birds.
Speciesist.
I can't believe a llama is in this. It's like the worst card game ever created. Point Salad, Res Arcana. Now there's a game people keep banging on about, and I've still not played. Villagers, we played that.
Oh, we played that at the UK Games Expo 2018.
Didn't even get a look in. So
sorry,
didn't even get a look in on. No, it didn't get a look in on even making it into runners up.
I quite enjoyed that. I never backed it in the end. That was it because I was going over to New Zealand, so I didn't back it because I thought it wasn't going to come in time and blah 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 blah, and it would just be annoying sorting out another game. But I thought it was quite fun. It was a fun concept. I remember thinking that was quite a fun game.
So yeah, Wingspan takes best card game.
Of course it does. Come on then. Next, what's it won next? Cooperative Game. But it's not a cooperative game, so it can't have won cooperative.
No, so Cooperative Games, you got Eon's Legacy, Atlantis Rising, The Crew, Cthulhu, Death May Die, Horrified, Letter Jam, Lords of the Rings, The Journey to Middle Earth, Marvel Champions, the card game, Tainted Grail, and U-Boat.
I've heard a lot talked about U-Boat, but I think it's going to be Marvel Champions, a card game. I don't know though. My year in New Zealand has made me very out of the loop for this year. That was the year we're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Catching up, I was catching up, but
so it's The Crew. Now I've heard this is a very good card. It's a small game, quite like just made of deck of cards and things like that. But it's meant to be a very good cooperative game, and I think Christoph had it in the shop and they were playing it one evening, but I personally had a chance to do it. I mean, I've got Marvel Champions and I've got Horrified, but I've not played Horrified yet, so I can't really say. But The Crew win it, Marvel Champions came second, and Lord of the Rings Journey to Middle Earth came runner-up.
Oh.
So yeah.
I'm normally quite up with the cooperative games, but I'm out of the loop. I've lost a year of board gaming, basically.
Yeah, your wife likes playing cooperative games with you, doesn't she?
She does. That's why I end up playing a lot of cooperative games. Well, she more just prefers not playing competitive games.
Yeah. Okay, so expansion.
Oh, I know. It's that Wingspan, the European birds. It's Wingspan, European birds. Of course it is. Of course it bloody is.
Oh, dear.
God, put it up. Just put it up. It's Wingspan, European birds. Almost certainly. Oh, get it up there.
Yeah.
Where is it? Come on. There it is. There it is. Yeah, of course it bloody is. Oh. More birds. More flying rats, mate. More flying rats.
It's just more birds. It doesn't actually add anything to the game.
No, just a bird.
Just gives you a different variety of birds.
I know this bird.
That's all, and more tokens. Oh, and something like it gives you a different tray to store all your cards in, because it's apparently the best card game going. So you need another tray to hold them all in.
This must be so painful for you because you actually hate the game as well.
Right, I don't hate the game. I just think it's overly hyped and it's nothing special.
Oh, I don't know. It's a good game. It is a good game, but I do agree it's probably overrated.
You look at the list of games that came out in 2019, there was far better games that came out.
Well, there's many great ones so far.
But then I think what's happened here is it is fan-based voting.
Yeah.
It's a popularity contest. Stomar has a massive following.
It does, a huge following.
He does all these internet stuff, YouTube videos. He keeps the hype going. And also, let's bear in mind, Wingspan did come out right at the beginning of 2019. So it had all that build-up time to get going. There was a massive demand because he didn't print enough at the beginning. Not his fault. He just didn't realise how popular it was going to be. So then there was a big uproar of people wanting the game and couldn't get hold of it. And then I think he finally got it out to the masses, and it's popularity, I believe. Yeah. That's the trouble.
Well, he's a master salesman, though, isn't he? I mean, he's a truly exceptional salesman.
Definitely.
I mean, he's made some cracking games as well. Viticulture is still definitely a top 5 to 10 game for me.
I mean, runners-up in this category was Quacks of Quimbledon the Herb Witches.
I've never played the expansion, but we did nearly make a video playing the base game, didn't we?
Made 2.
Yeah, we made 2. Neither worked.
The first one might have worked, kind of.
Just 2 evenings of my life I'm never going to get back.
At least we played a game. We played a game, we had fun.
2 games.
2 games, so it wasn't completely wasted. We just tried doing extra stuff that didn't work. But the Herb Witches does add a 5th player. It also adds new ingredients. And it also adds new ingredients, And
the thing is, though, like, that game's got enough. Like I said, like, I've played over 10 games of it before we started playing, and I still never used the second side of the board, and I've still never even gotten off the first set of there's 4 different sets of different ingredients, and I've still never got the first one because I'm still having fun with the first one.
But it does add that 5th player, which was like,
5th player, the only thing I think would be useful from there.
So, I don't think you'll know any of the. Hey, Gloomhaven was nominated.
Yes, it was. Didn't win.
No.
Oh, it's because Wingspan. Yeah, Wingspan's the new Gloomhaven. Is that there's like the 5 Elements one or something? There was an expansion for Gloomhaven in that year, wasn't there?
Yes. Forgotten Circles.
That's it.
But all the others you probably wouldn't even heard of. I mean, except for 7th Continent, what goes up must come down.
Oh, I own that.
Have you even cracked open the core game yet?
I've pretty much completed the core game.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, that is one. Yeah.
I need to get back to it, but I've not played it for over a year. But last time I played it, I had. Oh, I don't know. I was 2 of the things that I needed to get, and I knew where to go with them. So
I do like this one. Food Chain Magnet. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard of the game?
I know the game.
Do you know about the game?
Yeah.
The expansion for it is called the Ketchup Mechanism and Other Ideas.
Oh yeah, very good.
I like that.
That's a wittily named game.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be quite heavy, isn't it? Quite heavy.
Yeah. It's also one of those games that if you don't do the right couple of moves, you're kind of wasting your evening playing the rest of the game because you won't even come close to winning.
Yeah.
So probably that's why they had to bring in that catch-up mechanism.
Clever. Yeah.
Where are we now?
Go on then. Let's see what Wingspan wins next. Family game. It can't win it's not really a family game. Like family games, I think it was more kids games. It can't. Go on, what are the nominations?
Azul Summer Pavilions, Cartographers, a role-player tale.
Oh, I own that.
The Crew, Quest for Planet 9, Draftosaurus, Horrified, the Isle of Cats, I should say, Parks, Point Salad, Tiny Town, and Wingspan.
Wingspan has won it. It's not a family game. That's not a family game. I couldn't play that with my 5-6-year-old. Like, it's not a family game. Defeats the whole point. You've already got an adult category. Family game is supposed to be involving kids.
That's wins.
Stupid. Don't agree with that at all. It's not a family game. Far too complicated.
No, and I actually kind of thought of it myself. That I couldn't play it with Isaac because it is a little bit complex.
Yeah.
And you'll be constantly telling him how to do stuff. And I don't think he'll find it that fun.
Plus, do you know what's boring? Ornithology. Ornithology is boring. No kid in the world wants to do it. What are you chatting about? It's definitely not a family game. Not kid friendly at all.
The Crew was runner-up Azul Summer Pavilions, and Tiny
Yeah.
Towns was runner-up.
Yeah. I still never played Tiny Towns, but I have seen it played.
I hear the Azul new one is really good, and Tiny Towns is meant to be good.
It was brilliant.
It's one of those games people can play over line.
I thought you needed cubes.
Well, if long as you've got the game, like both parties, like Quacks.
Oh yeah.
Both parties have got Quacks or got Tiny Towns, then you can play the game along with them.
Well, there's a few most games like that you can play if people have got both copies. I've been using a lot of the roll and writes, then I just need them, and then I've been playing them with big groups, I just send them a copy to print out and then a sheet to print out, and then they can join in. Innovative. Oh god, is it Wingspan? How is Wingspan innovative?
So we got Barrage, The Crew, The King's Dilemma.
Oh yeah.
Letter Jam, Pax Pamar.
Yeah, Pamir. Yeah.
QE.
Quantitative easing. Oh yeah. Okay.
Is that what
I
it
want
means?
it to be QE. Yeah, QE stands for quantitative easing. I meant to back it on Kickstarter, but the Kickstarter's appeared before I did. It also had a rock and roll tour thing.
Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon, U-Boat, the board game, Wavelength, and Wingspan.
Oh, and Wingspan. Okay, it's not. I'm going to swear if it's Wingspan. It needs to be. It's probably Wavelength, isn't it? For innovative. I think a lot of people really like that. It's had some good hits.
It's Wingspan.
It's completely sold out. It's Wingspan. Get off. Fuck off. It's not innovative, is it? Like.
That's what I said.
But I mean, I started off defending it, but this is just silly now.
So as it came out yesterday, that was the first thing I said. Is like, what the fuck is innovative about Wingspan? It does nothing different. It's engine building. You see that in many games.
It's been around for ages. Tableau and engine building. It's been around for bloody ages.
There is nothing innovative apart from the fact
every year one game just sweeps absolutely everything and it gets bloody ridiculous.
Okay, so we're back to the popularity again.
Sorry?
We're back to the popularity vote.
Yeah, it's popular vote, and I think they need to tighten up what goes into these categories. I mean, how do you define what makes it? Well, why is it innovative? Who decides what can be nominated in a certain category?
It's the same thing as also what people were ratted on before with when a game like again Stonemaier, when he announces a new game, it happened with Wingspan, it happened with Tapestry, is that people jump on and start rating it before it's even released. It's just an announcement, and they'll be rating it ones because it's Stonemaier and he makes rubbish games, or it's Stonemaier, doesn't need the publicity, and the fans would be going straight on there and backing out with rating it 10 straight away just to counteract the ones, and then the ones will be counteracting the 10s and so on and so forth, and it's that stupid. And I think again this is basically what's happened. It's people jumping on and saying, oh, Wingspan's going to win it, might as well just vote for it kind of thing because Wingspan's going to win it.
It just seems strange, doesn't it? I don't know why Wingspan's innovative.
No.
I don't know what it does. I think it re-implements some very, very well, some tried and tested, and probably does it better than a lot of games before it. Some mechanisms, but I can't think of anything that's innovative about it. What, the eggs? Are the eggs innovative? No, because they're just
birds lay eggs. Who would guess? Yeah.
I don't know. Eggs are just a kind of currency. It's not that exciting.
I don't know.
Just eggs and the food are just different currencies. I can't think. No, I can't think what's innovative about it, unfortunately. Again, I think the game's very, very good. Very good game. But I don't know. I don't know how it's won that. That's just. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know how it was allowed to be nominated. What gets it nominated? Someone just says, "Yeah, this is innovative," and somebody else goes, "Yeah, it is."
There's a booting out list, so they start at the beginning and people vote, and then it gets whittled down to the nominees, kind of thing. So there'll be so many, like, I don't know, 50, 20 like games put into a category, and then it gets whittled down because people upvote what they want to see as the nominees, and then once the nominees are announced, then people start voting for their winners. and so
Yeah,
on.
but I mean, somebody's got to check that the nominees. Like, I mean, I don't understand why. Like, what are the rules? Like, I don't understand why if there's no rules. Why can't I don't know, Pandemic Legacy Season 1 be entered in every category? Because it didn't come out in 2019. So there is some rules, is there?
Yes.
So why? What?
Long as it's got
so,
a 20.
so who's picking these rules?
I just think.
And why are they not checking that things are innovative before they get put in these categories? I mean, that's not what this category's for. I mean, Wingspan won Game of the Year because it's a good Game of the Year. That's a perfectly good thing it can win. It could technically still get good artwork.
Maybe there is rules. So like,
this isn't an innovative game. There are games that are innovative that maybe aren't as good as Wingspan, but they're more innovative. So you have this category for other things. If you just have any game go to any category, you just have one winner over and over and over again. It's just ridiculous. It's stupid.
I think there is some kind of rules, like the 2-player games. It can only be a 2-player game.
But so
that's
I mean,
why Wingspan wasn't in the actually nominations for that, because it can go past.
They actually didn't let it go into that. So who's deciding? And what is the criteria? What defines something as innovative? Well,
this is it.
Makes Wings? I can't think of anything that. I mean, I like the game, but I don't know. Really like the game. I think it's a really good game. I probably would have voted for it for Game of the Year, but I don't know why it's innovative. Weird.
Well, I mean, runners-up was The Crew and Wavelength, which...
Wavelength. And the other one I thought that was really... What was the other ones on the list? There was another one I thought. It was between Wavelength and... what was the rest of the list? Tell me the rest of the list.
So Barrage, The Crew, King's Dilemma, Letter Jam, Pax Mora, QE, Tainted Grail, U-Boat...
Oh, QE was brilliant, yeah. I thought it might have been QE or Pax Pamir. That's another really interesting take on the game. Those are all innovative new stuff. QE is brilliant, where you've basically got a kind of made up currency. You can pay as much as you want for something, as long as you're not the person who ends up paying the most. Very clever. It looked like a game. I meant to get it, but I forgot to back it. I'm fucking late.
Yeah, let's lighten the mood a bit with the best party game of 2019.
This has got to be Wavelength, then, is it?
So we've got Letter Jam, Medium, Men at Work, Obscuro, Paranormal Detectives, Team Green, Fro Burrito, the original edition.
Oh yeah, I've seen that around a lot.
That keeps coming up on my Amazon kind of, check this out kind of list.
That was at sale in airports and stuff when I was flying back.
Wavelength, We're Doomed, and Wits and Wagers, Vegas Baby.
Yeah. People do like Wits and Wagers, but again, I'm going to stick with Wavelength. It's not Wingspan again, is it?
No, because there's rules. It's not a party game.
Rules. Wavelength called it,
but
nailed it.
If it was if the Wingspan fans had their way, it probably would have been put in the party category.
It's a bird party.
We could have a party playing Wingspan. Look, we've got drinks and snacks and everything, and there's music playing in the background, and we're having a party. So it's a party game.
I think the issue here is a bit like my complaint. I don't think you necessarily hate the game. You seem to hate this award system. It does seem like a very obscure award system.
Yeah, but the more it keeps a winning, the more I'm beginning to start hating it.
You're just so alternative, Charles.
I want to root for the underdog. That's my.
Don't want anything mainstream. Hey, I just like good games, and sometimes good games win, and sometimes bad games win.
So yes, not played Wavelength. Letter Jam and Men at Work were runners up. Not played any of those. Men
at Work was that balancing one. I feel like Men at Work had a female design as well, didn't it?
I don't know actually. You'll have to check that out for me. Why I changed the slide, because this is painful.
I could be completely wrong.
I had this all set up. I had the slide for each one, and now it's just gone tits up. Because I
was right. Rita Model.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not right.
Thought so.
Ah, interesting. Okay, I didn't do a slide for this one, so we'll have to stick with.
Do you want a slide for which one?
The next one is print and play games.
Oh, print and play games.
Now, I've been actually doing quite a lot of print and plays.
You have. You probably know these inside out.
No, I don't. No, these are some of these.
What are the options?
So 12 patrols, 13 sheep, roll estate, tiny forming Mars.
Yeah.
And under falling skies, a 9-card print and play game.
Oh, the winner's Under Falling Skies. Everyone bangs on about that, and that's been made into it's been made into a real game now, isn't it? Like a game you can buy, printed with loads of different versions. Everyone loves that game. I'm sure I've heard a lot about it, and I never hear about print and play games.
So,
am I right?
Yeah. Excuse me. I've lost my mojo. That was a long time ago.
That's called marriage, isn't it?
Yeah. Can't find now. What was I doing? What am I looking for? Oh yeah. So the winner is when we finally.
Do you know? I nearly said I bet it's that tiny forming Mars, because anything with terraforming Mars, board game Geek goes mental about.
It is. Tiny forming Mars. It looks actually quite good. I mean, it looks quite decent.
I don't know. I can't. Terraforming Mars for me is your wingspan. As in, I think it's fine, but I just hate that mechanic of just one big deck of crap that keeps coming out, and you might get good cards, you might get bad cards.
More or less the same as Wingspan. It's a big deck of cards. What you draw is what you luckily get, and that's why I thought you would hate Wingspan, because of that mechanic.
So you've got the 3 cards on display, and you choose to buy them, don't you? It's a slightly different mechanic.
Yeah, but if someone gets that card before you,
yeah. But again,
you can't have that card.
Oh no, I agree.
And that's what you bitch about.
When I was playing, I nearly did it. I think it's because the cards are slightly more balanced than Terraforming Mars. In Terraforming Mars, the cards are like literally like the same card, but just does a worse thing. Like this card is the same, but it's not as good as this one here. Whereas the cards in the deck in Wingspan, when I was playing them, like, if they seemed to have more of one thing, they'd have less of another. There was always a kind of balance, or they'd cost less, or something like that. Whereas the other ones, like, I'm literally paying the same for worse, because I happen to draw this crappy card, whereas you draw this card. Why is that a game? That's not a game. We may as well save it by just getting a deck of cards and seeing who draws the highest. Let's just save ourselves. And in Venice, I played a few games of Terraforming Mars, and when I was playing it, I didn't hate it. It was that aspect annoyed me. I didn't hate it, but it was the fact that just won everything, and everyone banged on about it, the greatest game in the world, and Terraforming Mars saved my marriage, and if it wasn't for Terraforming Mars, my children would be dead by now, and all that just kind of needless crap about it just made me hate it more and more. It's the most overrated game ever. So I think I understand your feeling towards Wingspan. That is my feeling towards Terraforming Mars.
Yeah, so the runners-up was Under Falling Skies and Roll Estate. I've got Under Falling Skies because it was free on that PNP arcade place.
Is it still free?
Possibly. And Roll Estate, I mean, if it's not, it's going to be like $3 or something like that. It's really cheap.
It's a solo game, isn't it?
I don't know. Possibly. I haven't even looked at it. I just probably put it in my basket and said, I'll have those.
Cheers, free.
And Roller Estate, I played. It's good. It is basically Yahtzee meets Monopoly, but it's actually quite good. Yahtzee meets Monopoly.
I'll reserve judgment. You're not naming my 2 favourite games there.
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't like. If I hadn't said it to you, I don't know. You might not have even thought of it like that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think of it like that. I just saw someone mention it. I looked it up, checked it out, printed it out, played it, thought this is quite good fun. And then it wasn't until we were speaking to our friend Nick that he said, it's a cross of Yahtzee and Monopoly. Deliberately a cross of Yahtzee and Monopoly. So,
yeah.
So, solo game.
Is it Wingspan? Solo game. I don't know many. It's dedicated solo games. I mean, is this dedicated solo, or is a lot of games have got solo versions nowadays?
So, unlike the rule for the 2-player game that has to be only 2-player.
Yeah.
this could be a game that has solo rules incorporated in it.
Okay, yeah. Go on then, tell me the list.
So we have. Hold on, just trying to get my.
I'd like to say for the record though, I have no interest in solo games.
Arion, I think. Arion. I think it's one of those weird games. They brought out a series of them, small boxes. That thing, but I think I'm saying it wrong. Cartographers.
Oh, is they calling that solo? There is a solo version.
Well, there is.
It's a good game.
Cloud Spire.
Oh yeah.
Lord of the Ring, Journey to Middle Earth.
Oh, because that's a cooperative. Okay, that one. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Lux Antenna.
Don't know that one.
No. Marvel Champions, Pax
Okay.
Pamira.
Is Pax Pamir solo?
Apparently, it's got solo rules in it.
Gosh, from what I've read about it, I've never played it, but from what I've said about
Tainted
it.
Grail, Twice as Clever. So that's like the Gonshon Clever.
Oh,
the
okay,
second version.
yeah.
And Wingspan.
Wingspan?
Yep.
That's not a solo game. No, I mean, it's obviously going to be Wingspan. I mean, what a joke! It's not a solo game. Stupid! What a stupid thing! Defeats the whole point of having a solo award. Oh god! Just
Yes.
I mean,
it's not funny anymore, is it? Really?
well, it just undermines the whole award system. I don't understand. Like, it's already won Game of the Year. That's the game you want to win. All these other bits are so you can see the other good games.
Probably. I mean, I've not even seen the solo rules. I don't even know people that play the solo rules. I mean, Sam's got it.
Solo rules.
And I don't even know if he's even bothered playing the solo rules, because it's a game that should be played with many people.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I'm sure there's some really good dedicated solo games out there. Like, I'd say like Seventh Continent is probably a solo game, not really a multiplayer game. That's what I've been playing with my wife.
But
it's a solo game.
That came out the year before.
Yeah.
I mean, Marvel Champions runner-up. Twice as Clever was a runner-up.
Yeah.
Marvel Champions, I could probably say yes, that's a solo game, because it's a cooperative game, but there is solo rules in it where you play in it, and it kind of feels like this was built like so people that can only play solo, and it works because you're still as a character fighting the villain, and it works. Cloud Spire, I think, is meant to be kind of like that solo thing. It was like a kind of version of Mage Knight, which is kind of technically only solo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Wingspan, it's as normal. It's got that Automata rules. Ooh.
Yeah. In fairness, we've not played it. Maybe it's an amazing solo game.
Maybe it is. I really don't know if
I've got strong doubts about it, but
not willing to find out for the goodness of the video.
I will bet the majority of people who voted for it as the best solo game have never even played it solo.
Probably, you might be right.
Fine. Anyway, yeah, go on then. What's next? What is Wingspan going to win next? Come on. What is it now?
Cut over. Bloody system I thought was going to be so great, and it's now just balls right up. So, strategy game.
Oh god, it's not. Wingspan's not a strategy game. But it's not. That's not what I think of when I think of a strategy game.
Wingspan wins again.
Oh, what were the other nominees?
Nominees was Barrage, City of Big Shoulders, Glenmore 2 Chronicles, Maracaibo, Paddlings of the West Kingdom, Pax Pamir. Oh, I really should learn how to say.
Yeah.
Pipeline, Res Arcana, Tapestry, Wingspan. And admittedly, it did win the Kenner Spiel des Jahres this year, or last year. This year.
Yeah.
Is it this year?
It did. Last year.
Last year.
Last October, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, technically it's in that category. So why is it in the strategy game and also in the family category? Can you have both?
No, not in this case. In fairness, it probably is a strategy game, but
family game. None of the games. Wingspan is the only one that makes it into both.
But it's not a family game. We've already discussed this. It shouldn't have been a family game. I mean, unless they're saying, "Oh, family isn't all about kids." I play it with my mum and dad. And it's like, okay, well, I guess my mum and dad would have played a game about birds, and they would have probably quite like that. And grandma and granddad might have quite like that about birds. So.
But that's just playing with adults. When you talk about family, you're thinking of
kids,
young kids playing with the adults.
That's what I do. But maybe other people think of it differently.
No, I don't think it should be viewed like that. Like the Spiel des Jahres, that's what it aims at. Is the Spiel des Jahres is aimed at family, the two kind of aspects. If you want.
Well,
to put it in
the Spiel des Jahres has a Kinderspiel, has a kids one.
That's a kids game, whereas
then
it
has a family one, and then it has
people.
An adult one. Or more serious game.
The Spiel des Jahres is the combination of the kids and the adults coming together to play a game that suits both of all ages.
I mean, I think so, but I guess maybe other people, but we both have kids, so maybe other people who don't have kids have. I'm trying to help me out here, Joel. I'm trying to put some sort of balance.
I'm just saying, Wingspan won everything. If it was nominated for a category, it won it. That's the point. Because of fan base.
I think it's a shame. Anyway, what's next? I mean, it's good. It's just not this good. Maybe it doesn't sound like it's had amazing competition. No, to be honest. I wonder what happened if Wingspan came out the same year as Terraforming Mars or.
Well, maybe.
Gloomhaven.
Terraforming Mars took a lot of it, didn't it?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I really can't remember now what Terraforming took.
Oh God. In fairness, Sam bangs on about how thematic it is because the birds lay eggs or something, and the birds, like the predator ones, only eat them when they. It's Wingspan. Yeah, we know. It's obviously get Wingspan up, but in fairness, compared to a lot of very abstract games, it has got more theme than the average, I would say.
All right. So nominations were Clank Legacy.
Which one?
Clank Legacy.
Clank Legacy. Yeah.
Cthulhu, Death May Die, Dune, Horrified, Jaws, Lord of the Rings, Marvel Champions, Star Wars Outer Rim, Tainted Grail, and U-Boat.
Oh, so it's not been nominated?
No.
Don't people say U-Boat's really thematic? I don't think I've played many more of those. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know where that. I imagined it was going to be Wingspan again. How has it not got nominated for thematic?
I mean, I'm as surprised as you, but it's not on the list, and that's
because I mean, that's what Sam bangs on about how thematic it was.
Well, I was thinking the same thing, but no, it's not on the nominated list, and it didn't win. June won.
Oh, there you go.
Apparently, it's very thematic. It's another one Sam's
it's a bit of a beast. It's an old school game, isn't it? So it's a reprint of a very
it's a second edition. Star Wars Outer Rim, and then Lords of Ring Middle Earth came up.
I tell you, one of the most thematic games I've ever played still is Star Wars Rebellion. I love that game.
I think Outer Rim's meant to be just as thematic as well.
You and me had some epic couple of games of those, didn't we?
Yeah.
Of Star Wars Rebellion. That was cracking. Came down to the wire.
So we've done war games. So
what did Wingspan win next? Oh, that's easy. Devon dice.
Now, to be honest, I really don't listen to podcasts anymore. So
I can't say we shouldn't
say
I'm supposed to say that way.
Well, I feel bad that I don't, but I like my audio books at the minute. So
into audio books.
Yeah.
Well, when I'm in the car, so I'd watch TV if I'm at home or when I'm in the car, when a good time there would be to have a podcast. I just like Radio 4 too much. Even Women's Hour. Like sometimes just to get angry at how annoying the presenter is on Women's Hour.
The best podcast for this year is not us, it's Heavy Cardboard. Which I'm actually, like, Mike, my friend Mike, said the same thing. I thought they won it already, but apparently they didn't. Maybe they were a runner-up, and now it's their time, and now they're crossed off the list. So there's only probably another 300 podcasts to go before we get our mention.
I think there's more than that in there.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
See you in 500 years' time.
One day we might just be nominated. I doubt it, but
when everyone else has got bored of board games, it's just me and you. We're the only podcast left. Still wouldn't win it. It's just us to vote for ourselves.
I mean, there's a couple I still listen to, actually. That's tell a lie. When I run out of books, then I'll go back over a couple of podcasts. I do like Polyedge and Collider guys. They make me laugh.
Oh, yeah.
And then Mike's podcast, Who Dares Roll. So I listen to the British ones. Runners up was So Very Wrong About Games.
Oh.
Never even heard of them.
Mm.
And then No Pun Included podcasts.
Oh,
I didn't even realise he did a podcast, but then if you're doing YouTube, then you might as well do a podcast as well.
It's true.
What do I look at this? No. Okay. Oh, and your favourite podcast was nominated. The Game is Broken. This Game is Broken.
Only when it is broken.
And last one. Whee! Which probably has no relevance whatsoever on both of us.
Is it Wingspan?
Best board game app.
What, as in a board game that has an app? Or
no,
a conversion into an app of a board game?
Yeah. And I've lost. I don't even have the nominees. For some reason, the printer's cut them off.
It's a slap in the face, isn't it, for all the app creators around the world? I'll have a little look, see what we can do.
Sorry, not.
There we go. I can't tell you the whole runners up, but I can tell you the.
I've got the winner, and it's actually kind of technically, it's an expansion to the app.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's a new expansion for Through the Ages, New Leaders and Wonders, which I've actually played. I actually do enjoy Through the Ages on the app.
Do you? I've never played the game even. How much
I played the game
Maybe
once, and I nearly flipped the table. Mainly because I spent 6 hours of my life I'd never get back playing it. Never told how long it would take to play. And it was on like a gaming day where I thought, I'm going to go here and I'm going to play all these games with my mates. And I actually spent the whole day playing Through the Ages. Only to end the last few turns being warred on twice by the same person. Which then I just said, I'm done. I don't care.
No.
Don't care anymore. But the app is great. It's bone hard to beat the AI, even on easy mode. It's like just ridiculous. Like you think, yes, I'm doing this. I've got more points than them, and you get towards the end of it, and they're like, how are they getting points? What am I doing so wrong now that they're suddenly caught up with you, and then the end game scoring comes, and then it's saying bang, 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 bang. I was like, Jesus, just lost it on the last era or something like that. So
how were they getting the points?
You've got to really be focused on what they're doing, kind of things. Sometimes it's quite easy just to tap through their actions just to get to your turn. But if you're not careful, then they'll start. So every time you do like a production at the end of your turn, you'll get resources and you'll get science, and then you also get points if you're earning points, and then that starts creeping up. So
they built a better engine.
Yeah, at the end. I mean, you do Yeah, it's a lot to get into. The app is great. It's well done, and the expansion was actually really good. It adds lots of new stuff to it, what people wanted. And finally, I think the expansion for the real game is out now. So we've had the expansion in the app before the actual real game.
Oh wow!
Runners up was Raiders of the North Sea. It is a very good app. Again,
very good game.
Yeah, been playing that. And then Twice is Clever.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't even realise it was like an app. I know Gongchong Clever is an app, which is quite good to have on your browser and have a quick play.
Yeah, I play it on the browser a lot.
Yeah.
I know about the app. There's an app, I think.
So yeah, that's the best board game app.
Very good. Well done, Wingspan.
Well done, Wingspan. Yeah, well done, Wingspan. Well done.
I think they just need to have a little look at be a bit stricter on who can and can't enter each criteria. I don't know how you can be a strategy game and a family game. There's kind of two different meanings in my head.
And as I said, Wingspan was the only one in the nominees that made it into both.
Yeah.
So it can't even say. Yeah.
There you go.
Shocking, isn't it?
Gansher and Clever, mate.
Oh dear. Well done, Wingspan.
I think it's a much better game than you give it credit for, but it's not that good.
I can't even find it now. I've given up. I'm not surprised it didn't even win. I'm surprised it didn't even get nominated for two-player game. But maybe two-player. Oh no. Yeah, or two-player games are just solely two-player, max two-player.
So why? I don't understand why then solo games aren't max.
Because there's not a lot of solo board games.
Yeah, but but that's the whole point. It's a niche area. And then you pick the best of that for people.
Well,
I don't like solo games.
If you got one rule for
but
one,
people like solo games.
If you got one rule for one, and then you should have that same rule. It's like if it's a two-player game, it's a two-player game. If it's a solo game, then that gets into category. Just because it's got solo rules to it, should it go into a solo category?
Yeah, that's the point of having a different category. Is that you see something that you maybe would it's an award brings something that you wouldn't necessarily otherwise have seen or picked up on. You think, oh, I don't really play solo games.
Is it the same interpretation as like pop awards or music awards? A game wins best pop song, but because it's got trumpets in the background, it also got entered in for best jazz.
Yeah, exactly. Just a load of rubbish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree. Because some of the great things about the awards is they help you discover games you may really good games you wouldn't otherwise have found. That's what's quite. So I don't like or play solo games, but maybe once a year I would check out the solo game. That won the solo award. Or if there was a print and play game, maybe I don't really do many print and plays, but maybe I'll check out the once a year print and play kind of thing. I think that would have been better. If you got that's the reason you have different categories. If you just have anybody can enter any category because they it's games that have got the colour blue in them. It's well, okay, fine, yeah, I guess it has got the colour blue in it, so maybe it can be entered in. But it's so it's a white box, but it's blue games, and they're like, oh well, there's a tiny bit of blue in this box in the back here. You just think, all right, well, defeats the whole point. We already know it's best game. It already won best game. We didn't need to have that confirmed with every other category as well. I now have lost the ability to find a good game in a different category.
Yeah, I'm really red. Am I really red to you? It looks like I'm really
red.
No.
Don't look really red to me. Just sort of standard Joel.
Thanks. So yeah, I just thought it'd be funny to get your reaction on Wingspan sweeping the board.
I quite like it, but it's fine. I like it. But it defeats the whole point of having multiple sections. It happens every year. There's one game that sweeps everything because it somehow gets nominated for stuff. You go, it's not that game. even if you like it. And this is the first time it's actually a game I like. Normally the ones that sweep the board I don't like anyway.
I mean, is there a list of previous winners?
Probably. Terraforming Mars, Gloomhaven, Scythe.
2006, Scythe won artwork presentation, best solo game. There's a little bit of a theme going on here. This is just 2006. 2018, Root won Game of the Year.
Oh yeah.
Best strategy game, Brass Birmingham.
Oh yeah. Oh, see, that was a much better year, wasn't it? They sort of spread the love a little bit more.
The Mind won Best Party Game and Best Cooperative Game. What a terrible game that is. Actually, Root won 4 out of the awards. Best Game, Thematic, Innovative, and Artwork Presentation. Now, Innovative, again, it's been done before. That asymmetrical kind of player power kind of ability. Each person is completely different. I mean, what was the one before that did it? Vast,
yeah.
That was the same thing.
Yeah.
So, Innovative, I don't know. Are we clutching at straws now because actually games are not very innovative nowadays? Because
no, because I think if you look at the rest of that list, there was a lot of innovation on that list. I thought everything apart from Wingspan, I thought was ticked the box of being quite innovative.
Yeah, but so innovative should be something. It brings something new to the table, not something that's already been done. So okay.
I would say even re-implementation of old bits is not enough. Like the whole point of the innovative category should come up with something brand new.
So 2017 awards was the year of the Gloomhaven, of course.
Again,
best game, best strategy game, cooperative game, innovative game, thematic game, solo game. Even though it didn't actually really come with solo rules when it first came out, it was there.
Oh, ridiculous.
Yeah. Your best war game was your 878 Vikings.
I knew it won once,
yeah. Best artwork went to...
That's the thing that's annoying, though, is I'd imagine if you're a war gamer, you probably get really annoyed about these awards as well, because it's always the kind of ones that... The war games that win are always the ones that are really, really, really light, and are kind of almost board game crossovers rather than war games. And you're like,
but how many people go on? Because you just go on to these awards. I don't know if you've ever voted in on these, but you basically go on to the list, and it'll give you the list of nominations, and you vote it from 1 to 10. You vote your games 1 to 10 or preference kind of thing.
Dear, oh, interesting.
So I was trying to stick Wingspan down at 10 every time.
Well, see, I think a lot of it. I think a lot of it though will be that a lot of people will be voting and they've not played games.
Yeah.
And that Wingspan is like so.
Yeah, but that comes down to the ratings as well. People rating games before it's even released, just because either they're fans of it or they're not fans of it.
What I mean is that they go on. So when you read out those lists, a lot of the time I'd played half of them. I didn't know about the other half.
Yeah.
So if I was voting, I essentially wouldn't be able to comment on half of them. So do I put the half I don't know in the top half or the bottom half? So there might be like an amazing game on that list that nobody's played, but everyone puts at the bottom because they've not played it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's a funny way of...
2016, Scythe took a lot of the winnings.
Yeah, the Scythe. When was Terraforming Mars then?
I don't know, 15.
Or was that? Did it end up competing with?
Maybe. I wonder if it was 2015. Yeah, I think it was either 2015 or 2016. I'm thinking 2015, and it probably was up against like the likes of Pandemic Legacy.
No, it was 2016. Terraforming Mars.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. So it lost to, was it Gloomhaven? You said
Scythe.
Scythe. Oh yeah, it was the year of Scythe, wasn't it?
So yeah, Scythe took best game, best strategy game, best thematic game, best artwork, best solo game.
But that's really interesting, isn't it? Because I would say that Terraforming Mars has more permeability and more longevity. People still bang on about Terraforming Mars being their like greatest ever game, and it saved their family. And you know, if it wasn't for terraforming Mars, their dog would be dead by now, and all that kind of stuff. And literally talk about it like it's works of Shakespeare that like saved their marriage, and it's just it's one of those. But I don't hear people talk about Scythe much anymore.
No.
But I don't know if that's selective. A lot
Well, they
of people around me don't
and
really predict.
I mean, Scythe, he still brings out stuff to make people bang on about, like the empty box for 45 quid or something stupid like that.
Yeah, but mate, in his defence, that empty box was 2 years ago. It was when you and I were at Essen.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't think much recently.
No.
But people do still talk about Terraform Mars, and they are still voting for Terra Rolling Mars, or whatever it's called. Rolled Terraform Mars.
2015 pandemic swept the boards.
Yeah. There's always
awards.
one that sweeps. So I would say Terraforming Mars is the only one that has despite it being a game I dislike a lot, is the only one I'd say that's outperformed the awards.
Yeah. 2014, best game of the year. Can you tell me what it is?
2014?
Yeah. Without cheating and looking it up.
I don't know what games came out. So what were 2015's winners? Pandemic Legacy?
No, 2015.
Yeah, it was Pandemic Legacy, was it?
Yeah.
There's something that came out before Pandemic Legacy.
It won nothing else that year. In these, oh yes, it did. It won best family game. Can you guess?
Oh, I don't know.
Begins with S.
Begins with S.
Yeah.
Do I own it?
I don't know actually. Maybe. I think you might like this kind of game. I hate it.
You hate it? Oh.
I do. I really can't.
I was going to guess something like Concordia, but clearly not.
No, I like Concordia.
Is it S?
So this is in the realms of Five Tribes, Cash and Guns, the second edition, Star Realms, Abyss, Dead of Winter. So Dead of Winter didn't even win it this year, which it should have done, really.
It beat Dead of Winter. Oh, it's not. No, not Istanbul.
No.
What else came out that year? I don't know.
Small game. It got picked on because of how much air is inside the box.
Oh.
And also, everyone remarked on the chips you get inside it. And
I don't think I own
was
this.
made all about the chips. Or the chips.
No.
Splendor?
Oh, of course I don't own it. I do like it though.
Splendor won Game of the Year.
Yeah. Oh, I did know that as well. Yeah. Gosh, I'd never have picked that. It's amazing how things have changed though, isn't it? The Game of the Years have changed. Really different tastes.
Yeah. 10 years ago, so 2010 awards, Game of the Year was Hansa Teutonica.
Oh, yeah.
Tobago won Family Game.
Wow.
So they had a children's game award at this time. Forbidden Island.
Oh, that's a good game. I wouldn't call that a kids' game, though. Cooperative game.
Best abstract game.
Fix. I think I played that.
Most innovative game. Catacombs. So give it. It's innovative.
That's an innovative game, and that is brilliant. It's a brilliant game.
How far?
I love that game.
2006.
I own everything Catacombs.
So 2006 looks like it was the very first awards that they gave out. Game of the Year. What do you think of 2006?
2006. What came out in 2006?
Not a lot by the looks of it. It's a very short list.
Carcassonne?
No.
2006?
I think that's early. I think that's earlier. I think that's 2005.
Oh, come on, that's pretty close. Give me that. I'm trying to think what came out. Caelus?
Yes. Game of the Year and Gamers Game. That's what they had.
Yeah.
Best war game was Twilight Struggle.
Oh wow, they called that a war game.
Best
wow.
kids game. No, that's in German. That's the Manger. Don't know.
Something about
Best
eating, is it?
two-player game, Twilight Struggle. Best family game, Ingenious. And best light party game, Diamond.
So, Diamond, that's a cracking game.
Yeah,
Ink and Gold, Diamond.
I thought Diamond, unless that's a completely different game.
No, it was called Diamond.
Ink and Gold, Diamond took over. Oh yeah, it's the same one.
Yeah.
I thought Ink and Gold was out, and then Diamond came out a few months ago.
No, the other way around. It was Diamond was the original, I thought.
And then they brought out Ink and Gold.
Yeah.
Ah. I didn't know that.
So Twilight Struggle didn't win Game of the Year on the year it came out. That's interesting because it sat for about 10 years at the top of the Game Geek chart.
Well, I always remember because, like, I think when I started getting in the gaming, I went on to Geek. That was there, and it's like, oh, when is this going to ever leave? And we have a new number one. And we haven't.
Yeah, I remember. It was just a permanent number one.
Yeah.
The chart used to be a lot less fluid, but now I think they changed the way they worked it out for a while because it now moves around a lot more.
It does move around.
It used to be like an almost solid.
But again, I think that's popularity and like board game geeks are grown in like the people that have signed up. It's grown hugely, and it's just ridiculous. So, well, not ridiculous. It's good. The industry, the hobby's grown, but now we're just getting people voting for the game that really shouldn't be winning awards.
Well, I didn't realise that as ranking system. I think they need to change the way you vote for stuff because I think there's going to be too many games. I think you should just vote for the one that you think's the best. So I think there's going to be too many games that are getting put down the bottom because people aren't playing them, and other games are getting upvoted just because people have played them. Yeah. Like Wingspan, everyone's played. So if you've got 10 things to choose from, you've only played 5 of them. You're going to rate the top 5 in 1 to 5, then say I've not played the others and put them at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, aren't you? So even if you don't rate Wingspan that highly, you're going to put it at 5 because you played it. And then because so many people have played it, it's instantly going to be moved up in people's scoring. They need to change the way they score it. Yeah. That is a biased scoring award system. And that's why the most popular ones are winning so much. It's not because they're necessarily the best. It's because people are rating because they've actually played it.
Tell you should have moved this. Yeah, right. I think I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done as well. I'm knackered. I could have
Did I say 10 minutes?
Yeah, you told me it would just take 10 minutes.
A lot of this was trying to sort this mess out because it didn't work out how I wanted to, but...
The first half hour was me sitting here while you going, no! Oh, why is he not doing that now? Oh, where's that gone? Oh, I should have moved this over here.
Yeah. And then it
still didn't work perfect.
Still didn't work how I wanted it to. One day I'll get this straight, but hopefully now this is all recorded, we'll have sound, and...
Yeah, this is where you find out you don't press record.
Oh, shit. Oh, no, it's fine.
Well, mate, right. Merry Wingspan to you.
Don't hate it. I just don't think it's that great a game that everyone makes it out to be.
It's a good game. It's a good game. It's definitely it's up there. Yeah, it's just not. It's no viticulture. No. Let's put it that way.
No,
bloody love viticulture.
Anyway, right. Bye, Lewis.
Bye, mate.